Your house is not empty when you sleep. Every single night, between 12 a.m. and 3 a.m., there is spiritual activity taking place inside homes that most people never see. Not with physical eyes. But it is real. I know this because for 13 years, I was part of that activity. My name is Maya, and I served as a night watcher in the kingdom of darkness. My assignment was simple, but terrifying. To enter Christian homes during those midnight hours and carry out operations. We monitored. We planted. We disrupted. And sometimes, we attacked. The most frightening part. Most believers never knew we were there. They slept peacefully while we moved through their rooms. We stood beside their beds. We carried out assignments that shaped their mood, their decisions, and sometimes their destiny before they ever woke up. Tonight, I'm exposing what really happens in your home between midnight and 3 a.m. And more importantly, how to stop it permanently. How it all began. I was 18 years old when I was recruited into a coven in Memphis, Tennessee. My aunt brought me in. She told me I had a rare gift, spiritual navigation. She said I could move between realms more easily than most. What she didn't tell me was that she was training me to become a midnight operative. In our coven, everyone had a role. Some worked spells during the day. Others handled cursed objects. My specialty was nocturnal invasion. We were taught that between midnight and 3 a.m., the spiritual atmosphere shifts. The veil between realms grows thin. Human spirits become more vulnerable. And demonic forces move with greater freedom. Our instructor, Sister Claudette, told us this time window was not accidental. She said, the enemy always mocks what is holy. Jesus prayed at night. The disciples prayed at midnight. Paul and Silas prayed at midnight, and chains broke. So the kingdom of darkness assigned agents to operate during those same hours, to counter, disrupt, and destroy what God was doing in the lives of believers. She told us, if we control what happens in a Christian's home between midnight and 3 a.m., we can control their entire day, their week, and eventually their destiny. Phase 1, monitoring. We never attacked immediately. First, we watched. I would be assigned entire neighborhoods, sometimes 5 or 6 homes in one night. I entered spiritually, moving through walls as if they didn't exist. I observed everything. Did they pray before bed, or just collapse into sleep? Was worship music playing? Was a Bible open? Did they argue before sleeping? Were there cursed objects hidden in closets or under beds? All of it mattered. It revealed how protected, or how exposed, they were. I remember a young couple in Germantown. Faithful churchgoers. But every night before bed, they watched horror movies. Fear. Violence. Darkness. I didn't need to force my way in. The door was already open. I stood in their bedroom while they slept. Sometimes I whispered into their dreams, planting fear, anxiety, and confusion. They woke up heavy, depressed, paranoid. And they never knew why. They thought it was stress. It wasn't. It was spiritual contamination. Phase 2, planting. We planted seeds. Seeds of discord between spouses. Seeds of irritation that caused parents to snap at their children. Seeds of doubt that made believers question God. Seeds of lust that led to hidden sin. Between midnight and 3 a.m., defenses are low. What we planted at night sprouted by morning. Christians thought it was just a bad mood or a bad day, never realizing the attack had happened hours earlier while they slept. There was a single mother named Vanessa in Côte d'Ivoire. She prayed often, but never before bed. Every night between 1 o'clock and 2 a.m., I was assigned to her apartment. I stood in her living room and released confusion over her finances. By morning, she made impulsive decisions. Forgot bills. Lost money. She blamed herself. But it wasn't her. It was what we planted while she slept. Phase 3, disrupting dreams and sleep. Not every nightmare comes from your mind. Some are projected. We entered dreams and twisted them, turning visions into fear, hope into failure. There was a man named Jason preparing to start a ministry. Every night he dreamed about it. We intercepted those dreams and turned them into scenes of rejection, collapse, and abandonment. After 2 weeks, Jason quit before he ever began. He thought God was warning him. It wasn't God. It was us. We also disrupted sleep. Sudden waking at 2 a.m. Restlessness. Insomnia. Sleep paralysis. People slept 8 hours and woke up exhausted. Why? Because their spirits were fighting battles their minds never remembered. Proverbs 3 verse 24 says, "When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. But when your home isn't spiritually covered, your sleep becomes warfare." Phase 4. Marking homes. Some homes were too protected to penetrate. So we marked them. Spiritual markers on doorposts, windows, thresholds. These markings told other agents, "This house is being watched. A weakness has been identified. Return later." Like a burglar marking a house before robbing it. I once marked a strong Christian home in Collierville. But their teenage son secretly watched pornography at night. That sin created a crack. I marked it. 2 months later, another agent entered through that opening. The boy's addiction grew. His grades collapsed. His family fell apart. They called it teenage rebellion. It wasn't. It was a coordinated midnight attack. Phase 5. Stealing. We didn't steal objects. We stole peace, joy, hope, faith. People went to bed fine and woke up anxious, numb, and empty. John 10 verse 10 is real. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Midnight to 3 a.m. was our prime time. There was a powerful prayer warrior named Patricia. She prayed fiercely during the day, but never sealed her home at night. Every night at 1:30 a.m., I siphoned her joy. In the spirit realm, emotions have substance. By morning, she felt drained every single day. She kept praying for breakthrough, never realizing it was being stolen nightly. What stopped us? Some homes were untouchable. Homes where people prayed before sleep. Homes where Psalm 91 was declared. Homes filled with worship. Homes sealed with the blood of Jesus. Those homes had walls of fire. I felt heat, pressure, resistance. Sometimes I saw angels guarding the doors. There was a family in Lakeland. Every night, the father anointed the home with oil, declaring protection over every door and window. Their house glowed like a fortress. I was assigned to them twice. Both times, I was thrown back before reaching the door. But what finally broke me was a woman named Sister Deborah. One night, she didn't pray casually. She repented. She anointed her home. She played worship music. She read Psalm 91 aloud. When I tried to enter, I was slammed back by the manifest presence of God. I couldn't return to my body for hours. 3 weeks later, I collapsed during a ritual. I saw Jesus. He didn't condemn me. He simply said, "Come home." That night, I renounced everything. They tried to destroy me, but every attack failed. I was no longer under their authority. I was under the blood of Jesus. How to protect your home? Pray before you sleep, out loud. Declare Psalm 91. Sanctify your space, remove anything feeding darkness. Play worship music through the night. Anoint doorposts and windows with oil. Teach your children to pray before bed. Your home is your territory. Don't go to sleep uncovered. Speak with authority. Take it back. If this message opened your eyes, share it. Someone needs to hear this tonight.